fresh meat.
Hi there, Asharm here. Yeah, if you've been wondering who the heck is behind all that fresh meat footage, that'd be me. So, and yeah, no, okay. I don't know why my voice sounds this nasally. I really don't. It doesn't sound like this in real life, at least I don't think it was, and it really bugs me, but, alright. Focus. In one of the more recent episodes of Fresh Meat, which as of this recording was, I believe, the whole hog episode 9, maybe? It was either Duel or X who suggested I do live reactions to the Fresh Meat episodes when they come out. Needless to say, this is not a live reaction. This is to episode 2, which was the first episode we did that in what has basically become the proper sticking timeline for Fresh Meat. So that seemed like a good place to start the commentaries. It's not live. I've seen this episode before, but it seemed like a good place to start. So I will get this going and maybe give you guys some insight into just what the hell is going through my head as I pull all these rookie mistakes.
Hey guys, welcome back for episode 2 of Fresh Meat. Today I've got Davian.
Yo.
Duel.
Hello.
We've got Neverwind. And Xavier
I have actually
here.
been friends with Akiva and Neverwind for quite a while. We were all in college together at one point, and as Akiva said in the first episode of Fresh Meat, Davian is my younger brother.
So tragic fail that he has decided to restart.
I first found out these guys were up to this when I blundered across one of the Iron Curtain Grades Your Shit videos, and that's how I found out they were back into 7 Days to Die. They'd been into it like a couple of years, I think, before now. I never really got into the game with them, because I was playing other games at the time, and then they got out of it, so it's like, whatever. We were all sort of coming off of Miscreated at that time, so it was, I'm like, well, I already played Miscreated, so eh. Then I saw what they were doing with the Iron Curtain videos, and I said, that looks like a lot of fun, I'd love to get in on that. Only problem is, I have no idea how to play this game, and they're at a really high level, so it just wasn't feasible. So the idea that I pitched to Akiva was, what if I just start playing the game blind? I'll record the footage, and you can do... The original idea was to have him do some sort of David Attenborough-esque nature documentary narration. It eventually evolved into the, MST3K style instead. So, yeah, fair enough. There's certainly plenty to make fun of.
Right. We'll golf clap for him.
I say, good show.
The Butterfinger voice from Neverwind. Now that's a college story I may try to get out of him someday on the air, if I ever make it onto the Discord with these guys.
He can be taught. Now let's see if he gets killed by the Zeds in the house.
Punch the bush. Come on, no, there's wood. Fuck.
Yeah, so I deliberately avoided any kind of primers or strategy guides or tip videos for beginners for 7 days.
I think it's pretty bad.
And it's the same idea. I think Akiva said in the very first episode he deliberately avoided telling me anything about the game before I started, and I did the same thing because we wanted it to be a totally blind start for me. I wanted to be learning everything on my own. There are plenty of videos on YouTube. I could have spent half an hour and learned everything I need to know to survive the first 7 days of this game. But again, that would have sort of defeated the purpose of this whole experiment. So I deliberately avoided some of this stuff, which really shoots me in the foot a couple of times, because there's some really important and obvious mechanics that take me way too long to figure out, but hey, that's the fun of it.
No, don't go in the water. It's dangerous.
For example, I am, to this day, embarrassed by how long it took me to figure out how to successfully fill a jar of water in this game. My thinking here was, this water looks pretty clear, it's running, it's clean, I can just refill the water, right? Drink it and refill it, except yet, no, it comes out as murky water. And there, I think I was just button mashing. There's a slight delay between when you, click your mouse and when the action actually happens. There's this very slight delay, and I wasn't ready for it, so I was kind of caught off guard and button mashing and accidentally drank that murky water. Thankfully, no lasting consequences. As many times as I get unlucky in this game, I do actually get lucky several times too.
You do not want anything in that coffee maker there, buddy.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, hi.
How effective is a stone shovel? Can't say that's one that I've tried.
Headshot.
Hey!
It's down. He is
Suffered an abrasion, no big deal, and infected. Yep.
Infected, but he proved he can do it Far Cry style and, turn a shovel into a spear.
Yeah, me being infected is going to be kind of a running gag through a lot of this show. At least for the first couple of weeks. As of this recording, I had up to day 22 recorded, so
Oh, he's gonna chug.
yeah.
Why is this water chunky?
Oh, a cooking pot. That'll come in handy a few
Oh, there
days
was a
later when I
pistol.
can't figure out how to bloody cook.
This water.
More on
tastes
that
pretty
later.
good.
I'll have to, if I do more of these commentaries, that'll have to be one of the episodes I do. Cooking is hard.
Slam that door now.
Well, it's not hard, it's just counterintuitive as all fuck.
Don't stand in the fire.
Now, is he gonna go upstairs and just get gangbanged?
Maybe that's
I'm
what he
interested
wants.
now.
Don't judge. 2020.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
I do still have memories of the last house I was
Yeah.
in episode 1.
Pure mineral water on day 1 and a beverage cooler. Oh.
Did you leave that behind?
And yes,
What
he
the
did.
hell?
Oh, dude.
He heard. There's a Z somewhere. He heard it. I heard it.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to get punched in the back of the head, but okay.
Yeah,
There we go.
do worse.
Read
Not
the
sure
damn book.
why I didn't read all these manuals right
Read a
away. I do
book,
figure that
read a
out pretty
book.
quick. I think at this point I was just in loot everything mode, and then I figured I can take stock of everything later.
Yeah, an axe you could hack up some of these counters. I think there's
But right now I'm just grabbing everything I can get my hands on before the zombies get me.
Maybe.
I believe so.
And desperately searching for an actual weapon, because the shovel's only going to get me so
Never
far.
Smash open those doors, though.
That's gonna be taken
Oh.
care of for him.
Hi, Grandma.
Yeah, the shovel
not
doesn't
gonna
jab
run
quite
up
as
like that
fast
with
as I would
his
like.
fists.
There's like a bit of a wind up, and
Because
I
shovel
hadn't
is
quite
better
worked
than
the
fist.
timing out on it yet, which is why I'm letting myself get
That
I
was
don't
a
need
shot.
that
I didn't
view.
have
I
to-
don't
into
need that view
range
more
for
than
too
I
long.
wanna
And
see.
yeah, once you see certain things, you can never unsee them. Ugh.
Good job. And
Sadly, that will
He's
not be
getting
the
his
last
ass
time
beat,
I
but
wind
that
up with a
shovel
view
was
like that in this
certainly better
game.
than his fists. That's good to know.
Not on this particular day, but
Another
that's
book
not the
we're
last
gonna
time I
put in
see that
inventory.
zombie.
Clear your corners.
For real.
Did I not clear the corner there? I don't know, you edited the video, guys. I can't tell if I cleared it or
Well,
not.
learn?
Surprise in there.
I want to see him try and get on the roof, and then miss and fall.
So the duct tape will come in handy.
If he could get some wood.
Fair.
wood. Wouldn't the duct tape help him get wood?
Depends on how you use the duct tape.
Ah, now we're learning. I are learning.
There are ways.
Take
it
the
up.
chair.
Take the chair.
Don't pick up the office chair.
Day one of the apocalypse, some asshole just pushing an office chair down the street.
He's sitting in it, just running.
Is he gonna do it? Okay.
There you go.
Goggles!
Lucky
Is he gonna put
goggles.
those on?
No.
He's gonna become over encumbered so fast.
Oh,
Still
Oh,
haven't worked out the
hey,
whole
look at that.
hotkey thing yet.
It can
Still
be
dragging and
taught.
dropping manually.
Womp
I
womp.
think after a
Oh,
day or
shit.
two I
Enough
figure that
trigger
out.
infection.
Hey. He's
I end up getting rid of those goggles later, and I hate myself for it. At the time, I just didn't. I for some reason did not notice the stat bonuses those goggles give you.
Oh, okay, okay.
Uh,
Do we get 2 and 2 put together here? Is he gonna drop the bedroll in the house?
Okay, that time I just failed to
What
actually
happened?
put it in the equipment slot. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
And now
Oh,
you would think left click would be the action button for like placing something down like this, but
Yeah, game's
no,
not helping him there.
that rotates it.
It's gonna be weird if you're not used to it.
And it takes. And I'm
Why is
just
it
going.
turning? I just want to place it.
Yes, exactly. Why is left click not the primary action?
There
What
we
the hell,
go.
game?
Hey!
Right click is place? Who
Everybody
designed
round
this?
He'd be way ahead if he could get in a stone axe.
Toilet.
oh,
It's- it's- I sense it chugging.
Murky water.
Oh.
I think I left that behind. I think I went and relooted this house later on, because I realized I left that behind there. I also spend a lot of time searching medicine cabinets in the forlorn hope that they'll have antibiotics in them.
I'm not getting into that.
All that iron good for right
here
now
we
is
go.
unencumbered.
And brass. This
Here
is
we
why
go.
you loot
Ever
everything,
wanted to
because
watch
stuff
a
that's
grown man
useless
shit
today
out
could
his
be
own
useful
eyeballs?
tomorrow. I am thinking someday,
what's about to happen.
someday,
See,
I'm gonna end up having to make bullets, and when I do, I'm gonna need brass. So
Used to be.
grab it while you can. You never know how rare it
Oh,
might
there's
be.
a small stone. Buy small stone. Chicken!
Kill the chicken.
Chicken.
Yeah, I hadn't quite
Get it.
mastered the art
Come
of
on.
picking up rocks yet. I was still working out
That would be hard, 'cause-
how interactive this environment was and what parts of it were interactive in what
Doing a good
ways.
job
And
keeping up
again,
with it.
like a 5-minute
Oh,
helpful tips video would have solved that problem, but like I said, didn't want to do that. Want to learn everything on my own, for better or worse,
Good there. Now hit the tree.
which is going to cause a
It
Kiva
hasn't gone too far.
no small amount
What's
of
that?
consternation through these
Brown
first few
or
episodes,
gray
because
thing?
I am
what is that color? I don't know.
not much of a hoarder
wait
Yeah,
for it.
just
early on.
barely enough to do this.
No, he's following instructions at least.
Yep.
Get rid
Stone
of the,
axe, single
trash
most
water.
important item in the entire game. Why? Because it
Literally
makes
an
everything
axe.
else
Put the 2 and 2
possible.
together on the tree you're standing next to.
He sits there like eating the stone.
And yeah, I
axe.
really want that stone spear, because it's... Davian says it best in a minute. What's a really good thing to have in a zombie apocalypse? A weapon that can outreach a zombie's arms.
Now he's
Still
seeing that he's actually
one for
getting
every
stone.
other.
That's
Still one for every other hit though.
I think the return is slightly better when you do the final break. Kinda
Yeah, I think I'm still trying to figure out, does that
He
mean I
wants,
need 3 stones and I
stone
have
to make
5,
a
or
spear.
vice versa?
He's really looking at that spear.
I don't.
It's
You
like,
know,
okay,
I can't
yep.
get mad about that because that's
Yeah.
miles ahead of where he's been. But fuck, you need
Right.
some wood.
You know what's a great weapon to use in the zombie apocalypse? Something with a longer reach than a zombie's arm.
Correct.
Yes, stab that grass. Man, he's gonna fuck up some bushes.
Machetes
But
are for
he's not, that's
suckers.
the problem.
Oh my god, take the axe to a tree.
I think at this point the reason
He would
is
just wants to see axe on tree.
I can
action.
tell
It's
that
an
wood and
axe.
other resources
It's
can
an
stack,
axe.
but
It
I don't
says
know
axe
how
in the
much they
title.
stack.
make
I don't know
pants
how
up
the
first.
encumberment
Sounds good.
system works. Like if I get
Who needs pants?
too much
Yeah,
wood,
sure.
ha ha
I
ha.
love the fact that
is it
making
gonna-
the
is it gonna
pants and
slow me
putting on the
down?
pants are two completely separate objectives.
Well, based on if they're getting the same kind of new player views that we are, I can't exactly blame them for that. You've made
That's
pants. Now
The
you have to
clothing
put the pants
system,
on.
something else that took me way too
Somehow-
long to
that's
completely
somehow he looks
figure out,
so-
like what slots
Somehow he looks
take
more
what
like a
sort of
hobo with
clothing, how
pants than a
things
shirt.
stack.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
And the crazy goggles.
You're still infected.
Those
Oh,
goggles.
that
I
looks
have a
good.
different pair of goggles now, so I don't feel quite as bad about
I love
the
eventually
fact that
losing
it's
those
health minus
goggles.
5.
Eat it, eat it, eat it.
Yeah, I'm looking at that dysentery stack
Why don't
going,
you go to that circle then?
"Eh."
You have an axe, so what do you do with an axe when you need
And I
wood?
see this
Go to a
weird
giant
anomaly on the
rock.
map. I'm like, ooh,
Order
what
it
is
on
that?
it.
Is that a point of it? No, it's just a big
Is that
freaking rock.
axe or ass?
Disappointment.
Either way, Amazon.
Oh.
Yay! Oh, no, fuck
That-
that. Don't need that much wood.
There you go, Kiva. Some more.
Thank God.
Top tree action.
He was
But
getting
check
off
them
right
But
now.
he's not gonna do
I'm
the
pretty
quest
sure
very
I give
well. He's gonna
Akiva
make fucking
gray
bow
hair
and 8 arrows.
watching these episodes, early episodes of Fresh Meat,
No, you don't need a whole lot of coal.
just with the amount of wood I don't harvest. And that wasn't even intentional. That I think it was just, I was not in a
This rock is
hoarding
Like,
mood
what?
at
How
that
do I
point.
have
I
3
just was
stone?
like taking
Wait,
what I needed because I
you
wanted to
can
do
hear
more
the gerbil.
exploring
Yeah,
than,
the gerbil.
than
The
gathering.
gerbil
Once
kept
I
running.
settled down and started a base, that's when I would start to gather more resources.
One
Oh
at
my
a time.
Yeah, that takes a little while too.
Oh, now we're gonna get into the land of over encumbered.
Making stuff one at a time instead of making
Is that
multiples with those little arrow buttons
Is
that
it?
somehow I missed.
Corky's gonna eat your dick off. Those pigs.
I mean,
will fuck
learning
you
certain
up on
game
day 1, day 2.
mechanics
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
by ear or just being
Yeah,
ignorant of them until you stumble
I'm more
across them,
afraid
like
of those
certain
pigs early on than I am
instances
those
like that I can
eggs.
forgive myself for. Failing to
Taking
notice
down all
the
these assholes
make
with
multiple
testing
iterations
knife
of an item at once button,
There's no way that's
Yeah.
it.
or failing to realize you can aim down
Fire
sight and
somewhere.
zoom in just a bit with a bow and make it more accurate. I'm just basically shooting from the hip here, and it takes me over a week to figure that shit out.
Oh, look at that.
That's another thing I hate myself
Oh,
for,
yeah.
because I could have been a lot better with a bow early on.
Well, at least the
Fortunately,
sword
this
has
spear's
enough
pretty
to
good.
try that.
Yeah, hit him,
Yeah,
back
you
off,
see
watch
the-
for the counterattack. Okay.
Oh.
And that's the moment when I let... Yeah, and just deck the son of a bitch. I am a little proud of myself for that
Spears on the
exchange.
ground, beat his ass.
Stay down, you bastard!
Jeez.
Again, totally not intentional, but I'm still fun. I'm still
Just
laughing
get
at it.
average up there.
Just cut
Um,
a goddamn tree down, dude. And all your problems.
But yeah,
will be
so
over.
that was how I found out
You are
that
covered.
power attack with a spear makes you throw it.
Has your
good
brother
to
played
know.
Skyrim?
Yes.
So
Or any Bethesda.
That's going to be
game.
both a blessing and a curse later on.
How much do I actually need a can of chili?
Eat
Sandwich
the
looks much
sandwich.
better.
Eat the sandwich.
I'm thinking the can of
Oh,
food
I like where this is going.
would be better for when I'm actually hungry, but it's like, alright, let's take our chances.
Dysentery.
Welcome to Shit City.
He might have gotten lucky. I don't see a dysentery.
Nope, he did not get this.
Oh,
Well,
you
see?
lucky bastard.
Karma doesn't always hate me.
Craft another one because it's dumb.
He's like saying on his voice.
Yeah, I already made a bow, you stupid
I
game.
have
What
one
the
of those,
hell?
bitch.
Weren't you paying attention?
Let's make the blunderbuss.
Can't you, like, acknowledge that I have it right there in my freaking...
I'm all
No?
in
Should
now.
get some
Ugh.
Milo knuckle wraps.
Come out of this looking like.
Well,
a
then
pile
screw
of
you. I'll
crate.
make it later.
Dead?
That
Never
too.
win.
But that-
I mean,
that
he's
was-
not wrong, let's be
He
honest.
dies. He dies. Oh, here we go.
Kill.
Nothing says Levin like fighting a zombie with a stone spear. and
Yeah,
combat
try not to pick
attack.
an...
Oh, there's a pig.
Okay.
He's gonna get wrecked.
Alright, I'm gonna pause the video here for just a sec. So, as I'm stalking this pig, a couple of thoughts are going through my head. One, is this more of a pig, or is it more of a wild boar? Because a pig is God's gift to carnivores. A wild boar is God's punishment to hunters and farmers. And also, killing one was a test of knighthood back in medieval Europe. Yes. So this is what I'm thinking. Like, if I put a spear in this guy and he doesn't die immediately, I'm in big trouble. But, well, nothing happens if you don't take chances. So,
This is gonna end badly.
You done fucked up, Aaron.
and yeah, still working out the
Nice
whole
shot,
throwing
Aaron.
mechanics on the spear thing. And he
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
die.
you're
He's
fine.
attacking
Oh,
me,
you're
and
dead.
I'm
Oh,
in
oh,
trouble.
Porky's
That's
gonna
I'm thinking.
fucking
Well,
demolish
that's
you.
gone badly. Yeah, frantically bashing him on the head with the axe. Nope, just nope.
Oh.
Good night,
Welcome
sweet
to the wonderful
prince.
world of pigs.
Thanks for playing.
It's the Boar's world. You're just living in it.
Yep. So lesson learned. That's
Oh,
not a fun.
good
That is
times.
not Wilbur.
All right,
that is
so
a
that
wild
was
boar.
episode 2, and he's respawning. So we're gonna come back with episode 3.
Yeah,
and maybe
respawn
he'll learn
at the
a valuable
bed. I
lesson
have
about pigs
no
and frogs.
crap
Oh, my
left.
shit. Figures out how to pick
Completely.
up
Yeah,
wood.
lose all your inventory.
Pick
At the
up
time, I
wood.
didn't even realize you could get your stuff back. I thought all of it. I thought the inventory was lost. I mean, there's nothing that couldn't be replaced, really, but still, that was annoying. So, yep, that was not my very first foray, but one of my first forays, and the first day in the what became the fresh meat world. So, hopefully you enjoyed this little peek inside what the hell's going on inside my head. Maybe I'll try making a couple of more of these, who knows. But keep watching.